everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with layout number 9 for the Calvinball challenge. This one, obviously I'm doing a voiceover. It was the third layout of that day, and I find by the third layout I'm just like out of voice. So I just put on a show or something and I watch something and then I create a layout. I still feel like creating, I just don't feel like I can talk for an hour. So this took me about 45 minutes to make. And again, it's pictures of Vegas. And this one here, I'm just going to call it the walk, because we just went and walked up and down like Vegas, all over the place, just trying to kind of take in as much as we could for the one day that we had, right? It was a gorgeous day. It was beautiful. You can tell by the color of the blue sky there. It was just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. And it's just two pictures of different places of that we walked up. We walked up the street, and we'd go in. And I'm not a big gambler, but we had said before we went, we're going to spend $100, and that's it. So with our $100, we each won about $100, and then we're like, okay, well, this is really not our money. So we kind of spent that, and then my friend ended up winning a little bit. I think she ended up with $100 or something like that. So she said, well, since you know that I won, I'm going to take you out to supper. So then we went for supper. So, the day only cost us, well, she evened out. It cost me $100 because I lost my whole $100. But that was okay. It was just for something different. I had never been to Vegas. I had never done slot machines or anything like that. But one of the things that I really enjoyed was the walk. Now, this one here, I'm just going to talk about how we enjoyed going up and down the road or the street and really enjoyed that. And then I'm going to do another layout here. I'm sure it'll be during March because I'm totally in the mood to scrap my trips that I did in, I think it's 2005, 6, 7, and 8. And this was in 2008. This was my last trip that I took with my friend. Like, I used to go every year with her and absolutely loved it. I went to see some amazing places. Like this time here, we had gone to Palm Springs first, and then we went to Las Vegas. We also drove to Memphis. So we stopped in New York, and then we went to Memphis. And then another time we flew to Salt Lake City, and that was our first time. So we just kind of did Salt Lake City, and we did conferences all that 4 days. And we said, we're never going to do this again. We're going to stay a few extra days. Because the flight is the most expensive, right? Once you start paying for the hotel, what's a couple more days, and then we can explore. So all the other years we did something else. So the year we went to Houston, we went to New Orleans, Memphis, we went to Palm Springs, we went to Vegas, Memphis, we did New York City. So it was a lot of fun. But I haven't scrapbooked any of these trips. So that's what I'm going to be scrapping right now. So I just took the next kit that was, and I believe that's the My Mind's Eye On Trend 2. And I just went through my pictures, chose 2 right off the bat. Like I'm not spending a lot of time finding pictures, because this is supposed to have been all done for me, right? I was supposed to get all this part of my prep work, but where I was sick for 4 or 5 days, I didn't get to that part. So now I'm trying to make it so that it's just something that I just quickly choose. Not that I spend a lot of time choosing pictures anyway, and but now it's like page per page I'm choosing pictures. Now I've just today moved all my pictures over to a stick, and either tonight or tomorrow I'm going to go print those out, so then I'll have them for the next time I'm off. And I'm going to do the videos of choosing the pictures and what I'm thinking when I'm doing that. And I'm going to keep putting kits together too. I have 4 more shifts, and then I'm 2 weeks off. Oh, I'm so excited, which will bring me to almost the end of March. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about this layout. So the 2 main papers are from My Mind's Eye on Trent, and also the 6x6 that I used to mat the photo, and also I just used one 6x6 with the nice aqua stripes. That's also from the same collection. I'm just inking the edges with some dark green, and this is Distress Ink by Rangers Tim Holtz. And I have the big ink pads, but I also have the small ink pads, and I found ever since I got the small ink pads, they're perfect for inking the edges because you don't need a lot. I think the bigger ink pads, you need them for techniques and stuff, but the smaller ones are just perfect for that. So if you're just looking for inks to ink the edges, that would be a great start because you have a little tin to put them in, and you get 4 per package, so you could buy them slowly. But I absolutely love them. And then I buy the little foam that goes with the tool that you can buy separately, and I put a foam in behind each ink. Then I just took all the embellishments that I decided to put with this page kit when I put the page together, and I just start making clusters. So I take I always go for the the biggest one in the cluster, or not in the cluster, but in the batch that I chosen, because that's what's going to take the most spot on my layout. So I knew that this floral there, my goodness, it's massive. So I'm finding that their embellishments are getting a little too big, a little too out of hand, but I have them, so I'm going to try to use them. So I'm going to stick it right there and kind of make a cluster here, and then I'm going to put the gigantic doily. I cut it in half, and I'm going to put it next to it so it helps ground it. And then there was a little cut apart that said enjoy the little things, and I'm going to put that next to that. Now I want to use that little flare that also was part of that collection, I guess, but it was it was a different package that I had to buy. I bought pretty much everything that was in the On Trend collection, On Trend 2 from My Mind's Eye. I just loved it. So these are some brads, and then I'm also going to put one of that big flare, and there was a little leftover label, and I just put it right on there, and just to kind of ground the flare. Now I put the word sweetheart here, which I'm not going to tell the story in this layout, but I'll make a companion page to it. This one I'm just going to talk about how much we loved walking around, and you're going to see me build a little spot here for the journaling in the back. But I'm going to make a companion page, and I'm going to talk about, man, did we get hustled. Walking, and it was daytime, but we did. So the little thing says sweetheart, and it's going to point sort of to the next page. And my goodness, we were asked, if we wanted to go to people's rooms and for parties, and it was ridinkadink. So anyway, it was funny. I'm glad it was day. And there was even one time we were downstairs in the casino in our hotel, and I had to go up to my room for something. I want a sweater. I was probably cold. And I went by myself, and then about halfway there, I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't be walking by myself. Like, I was fine, but it was just because of what had happened on the street, right? Plus, if you watch my previous videos, I haven't done that again. I have pictures of Mexico too, and that was quite the experience too. I thought I had told you guys about that experience, but it was someone at work. We were talking about traveling, and I was telling them what had happened to me and my friend in Mexico. That was scary. And so I was remembering what had happened to me in Mexico. I got to find those pictures. Probably those aren't digital. I'm going to find them in boxes. And that was in 1999. That was the year Josh was born. I was actually pregnant when I went on this trip. But I'll have to look for the pictures because I'm in the mood for scrapping pictures of the trips that I've done. So this is where I'm going to build a little box using foam tape. And then I just take a scrap of cardstock and I just make a backing for it. and then it makes a little box for your journaling. And I just used the bottom of the tag. It was just a little bit left. I kind of cut off the corners and punched a hole, and it looks like another tag. And I glued it to a 3x4 Project Life card. And then I just added a little piece of paper, and then I just added some washi tape just to kind of finish it off because I found it didn't look finished. Now I'm just going to work on the title, and it's going to be simple. It's just The Walk. And I'm going to use some of the Doodlebug design Tinsy Type in Beetle Black. They're my favorite alpha. I absolutely love them. And then I'm going to put the year 2008, and that's going to wrap up layout number 9. So thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up just to let YouTube know. Thanks for watching. Bye.